Good evening, everybody. My name is Crystal, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please smash that like button. Please do subscribe. It's been a funny old day. Good Friday. I live by myself, so I try and make the day well, how I find it, and I just get on with it. I don't see the point in being miserable and unhappy and cross. I know other people would like me to be, but I don't see the point of it. So we got up this morning. We was in a good frame of mind, and I did what I needed to do, and I did about a 20-minute workout. Just exercises like this to get my tummy muscles tightened, just for 20 minutes each day. I also took Max out for a walk this morning. We had a good long walk and I was feeling fine. Outside pressure obviously causes stress, and people mistaking me for someone else obviously gives me stress as well, because I know what they've done and it's despicable, but there's nothing I can do about it now apart from get on with my life and ignore them and not let them get to me, which when you don't feel well or when you're being segregated and mistreated, it's hard to not get cross and miserable and lose your temper. So, since this afternoon, I've been in my flat. I've been occupying my time by listening to YouTube videos, to listening to LBC radio, and about 2 hours ago I decided to eat the munchies out of this Easter egg. I didn't eat the Easter egg, I just ate the munchies. And about half an hour after eating the munchies, I had an urgent need to go to the toilet and a bad tummy ache. When I look at this egg, this Nestle Munchies egg, at the moment I can't see, oh here it is, a use by date. Yeah, best before the end of July 2024. So what are we? We're in March. But I've had to quickly walk Max around the area very quickly, and I can feel my stomach now giving me a bit of grief. Well, the chocolate's in date. I found that they had a tangy taste, but I was hungry, so I ate them. And I won't be eating anything else because they've upset my stomach. And maybe I just can't get on with chocolate. I don't know what was in them. So whether or not I choose to eat the rest of the egg, I don't know. Maybe it was a coincidence, but I had to rush around just now and come home quickly. So like I said, I've been sat watching YouTube videos and it's staying lighter. So when it was dark at 6:30, it's now not getting dark till about 7:30. So I got ready to go out, and I went out the back with Max and I just went for a walk normally, not taking any notice of anybody else, just walking Max. It didn't help the fact that I had a bit of a stomach ache, and I just wanted to get home very quickly anyway. There was one couple holding hands in front of me, which is cute, that was nice. And people going in and out of the co-op, because the co-op has been open all day. I believe it's open till 11 p.m. most days, and it's been just like any ordinary day for me. It has. I had a text conversation with somebody. I had that message saying hello beautiful, the usual, trying to annoy and upset, and that's about it. And I noticed Jennifer Aniston came up on my phone. She was having a girls' day today with one of her mates, Jennifer Aniston. So I feel hot. I'm going to have to take my coat off, and Harry's got a load of ginger hair, fur, and I'm hot. Come on, Harry. Right guys, so apart from a couple holding hands and the smell of weed again, the smell of weed. In fact, it was somebody smoking it in a car. I didn't smell any weed until this car drove past me, and they were obviously blowing it out of the window. I've told you, weed does nothing for me at all. It doesn't. It just makes my eyes sting. It smells like sweaty onions, and they keep doing it every single day, thinking that's going to get me going, and I don't even like weed. The same things repeating themselves every single day. It doesn't matter what day it is, and I'm just not interested. And I'm just keeping quiet in my flat, and that's all it's going to be. And beneficiary. The things they do to try and get somebody to perform like a circus animal. It's just wicked and cruel. And I know what they're doing to cover up their crimes, pretending I'm somebody else, and I'm trapped in this prison, and it's getting on my nerves, and I'm getting older myself, and I'm tired of it, to be fair. I'm just tired of it. Their incessant bullying, I'm tired of it. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
Part of the European Union to be Western based.
I'm sorry, but look at the recent resignation of Victoria Nuland. She's just fallen on her own sword because this was all instigated. The 2014 coup was entirely hers, CIA backed. You've had CIA operations running in Ukraine that have been actively looking to join with the Ukrainian secret services to launch attacks inside Russia.
You sound
this has
very
been
much
full-scale Western aggression against Russia, you know, from the very beginning.
It's extraordinary that everyone keeps talking about. It's extraordinary you keep talking about aggression against Russia, and yet Russia is the one with the tanks on the ground invading countries. So I do find it odd.
Putin has been consistently saying for the last 15 years, do not keep encroaching on Russia's interests, particularly in terms of Ukraine. It's exactly the same.
But he's also kept invading other countries.
To the US, on the US's borders. You know, there's a thing called the Monroe Doctrine, where the US will ignore all international law to protect its own interests within its hemisphere. Russia is a great power.
Well, no, the Monroe Doctrine was to sort of keep out of foreign wars, essentially. It was to be very insular. But Russia is not doing that. Russia's been incredibly aggressive ever since. I think ever since Putin
What is your evidence for that?
What is your evidence for it? Ever since Putin we can't both talk over each other, sorry, but ever since Putin faced significant popular revolt against him very early on, he realised that actually a great playing card for him was to play the Russian imperialist thing, and that's what he's done. And I'm afraid he is a danger. So to constantly call America and CIA-backed aggression and to ignore the fact that he is doing exactly that and he is the one walking into other countries, I think is a little naive, I've got to be honest, Alex.
Well, I think you're the one who's been utterly naive about
I can tell that,
hook, line and sinker, everything that's been sold to you by the mainstream media.
There we go, it's the mainstream media. Look, guess what? I'm on the mainstream media and you're ringing it up, so maybe you should stay off it. But thanks for calling. Anyway, it was great to chat for you. I don't know where he was in Chingford or Moscow, but we'll see. Lawrence in Wembley. Coming up, sorry, we have not got Lawrence. Coming up, warnings have been issued ahead of Oxford and Cambridge boat race as high levels of E. coli has been found in the River Thames. So how much of an embarrassment is this for Britain? The time is 7:30 and this is the news on LBC with Tim Humphrey.
Sir Geoffrey Donaldson has resigned as leader of the Democratic Unionist Party with immediate effect. He's been charged with historical sexual offences and has been suspended from the party. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the country will re-enter peace negotiations. There have been several failed attempts to reach an agreement between the country and Hamas since the group killed 1,200 Israelis in raids in October. US President Joe Biden says they're working every day to secure the release of Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich from detention in Russia. The journalist was arrested last year, accused of spying for the US. And LBC weather, showers persisting in the west tonight. They will ease elsewhere, clear with a chance of frost in the north and a low of 1 degree.
This is LBC. Holly and Shanice are prepping for a big weekend away, and it needs to go exactly to plan, so they need to know exactly.
So there's E. coli in the water. E. coli. People are afraid to go in the water because it's contaminated. And that is embarrassing, it's shameful that people cannot go into the water in the United Kingdom because some of it is contaminated with E. coli. And what must tourists think? Tourists, people from other countries coming over here and not being able to go in the water because of E. coli. What is going on with this country right now? It's in a terrible state. See you later.